Hello there.
Welcome back, Fanfueled family. Today I've got a video for you on a topic that I know a lot of people are curious about. You've read the title, you know what we're looking at, RANCORs. I just want to give a quick shout out to the viewer that requested this, Just Spencer36. Thanks for the suggestion. You know I'm always happy to cover viewer requested topics. So, everyone knows the Rancor. There's one featured in the beginning of Return of the Jedi in a chamber under Jabba's throne which he drops Luke into in an attempt to kill him. Because of that famous depiction, a lot of people think that Rancors are just mindless monsters with nothing but destruction in their hearts. That's not true. They're actually semi-sentient, much like dogs in the real world, and can be trained and even form bonds with their handlers and others that treat them well. That's why Malakili, the handler of Jabba's Rancor Patissa, was so broken up when Luke killed the creature. Patissa means friend, which was how Malakili regarded the Rancor, his friend. We see this sort of training and bonding in the Book of Boba Fett as well. Boba is gifted a Rancor by the Hutt twins as an apology for sending an assassin to kill him. Boba was the first person the Rancor saw, allowing it to imprint on him, and he had Danny Trejo teach him how to ride it. Yeah, Machete worked with Boba Fett. How cool is that?
Machete, 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 machete. Machete, 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 machete.
Boba later rode that same Rancor into battle in Mos Espa to fight the massive Scorpionic droids which turned the tide. So, we've seen the Rancors, but let's learn a bit about them. Rancors usually stand around 5 meters, 16.5 feet, and weigh in at around 1,650 kilograms or 3,638 pounds. They're known for their impressive physical strength, powerful toothy jaws, and dull brown hides durable enough to resist blaster fire. They originally hailed from the planet Dathomir, the home of the Night Sister Witches, but over the millennia they spread out across the galaxy and can be found on many worlds. Felucia, Tatooine, Kobo, Lehan, Autothon, Carida, Korulag, and more. Surprisingly, they're naturally rather non-violent, but they're frequently trained for battle purposes. Much like dog breeds commonly stereotyped as violent, pit bulls, German shepherds, and so on, they're only violent if trained poorly or provoked, and if properly trained and socialized, they can be downright affectionate to their handlers.
They're quite peaceful and less threatened. They can become very loving.
I thought they were bred just to fight.
They're powerful fighters, so that is what most know. But they form strong bonds with their owners.
Luke Skywalker even said that he regretted that he had to kill Jabba's Rancor. He mentioned it to Queen Mother Tenel-Ka Jo, who was studying at his Jedi Praxium. He said, "I had to kill a Rancor once. It was a shame. They're such fine creatures." Rancor young are playful and energetic and unaware of their immense strength, but can be easily calmed by a bone to chew or a favorite toy. Once they're taught basic obedience, they're easy to calm and will grow to be loyal and protective companions. Throughout galactic history, Rancors have been used by many factions as mounts and war beasts, from the Jedi to the Sith, crime lords to bounty hunters. As you might expect from a species this old, there are a number of subspecies and variants throughout the galaxy. Gnarled Rancors are a subspecies native to Dathomir, and they appear fairly close to the basic Rancor. Rancor pygmies are also from Dathomir and are, as the name suggests, considerably smaller than normal Rancors. Traqor are an amphibious offshoot native to Sakuro. They are almost entirely waterbound, but can move slowly on land, though staying out of the water for more than 24 hours leads to severe dehydration. Tyrant Rancors are considerably rarer and are much larger, described as gargantuan.
You know, I've always liked that word, gargantuan. I so rarely have an opportunity to use it in a sentence.
Bull Rancors are larger species, native to Felucia. They're bigger, tougher, and far more aggressive than normal Rancors and have prominent tusks that bear a passing similarity to the smaller but far more dangerous Terentatek, which I've actually covered already. Click the card on screen now if you want to go check that video out. The fallen Jedi Padawan Maris Brood set a bull Rancor against Vader's secret apprentice, Galen Merrick.
Stand aside, girl.
Don't make me hurt you.
You won't. He won't let you.
Jungle Rancors are a semi-common variety found on jungle worlds like Felucia and Teth. They're easily recognizable by their brightly colored skin, the sharp spines along their bodies, and the webbing between their fingers and toes. Felucian Rancors were native to, you guessed it, Felucia, and were notable due to the unique patches of purple, blue, or green skin. These patches, often stripes, glowed, giving the creatures a rather unique appearance. Colloy Rancors are mutants created by the Sith Lord Corlac Fornay. They have improved intelligence, lighter bones, and large, flight-capable wings, and their skin is replaced with black metallic plates to serve as armor. These changes were genetic, meaning that all offspring would bear these traits. I'm not sure how you can make metal plates bolted onto a body genetic, but Sith alchemy, I guess. Chrysalides, or chrysalis beasts, are Rancors altered by Sith alchemy. They have vivid green hides and were bred by ancient Sith to serve as pets and protectors for powerful nobles. While the knowledge of their creation was thought lost, Darth Sidious uncovered the secret and was able to breed some for himself. I guess when you're that rich and powerful, that's the sort of thing you do, breed giant monsters. No one tell Elon Musk about these. Rancor dragons were also created through Sith alchemy and were mutated to have flight-capable wings, though they were smaller than normal Rancors. Rage Rancors are bigger than the base species and, appropriate for the name, have a nasty temperament. They have powerful adrenal glands that can lead to a single Rage Rancor destroying an entire military base, leaving only a few survivors and a pile of rubble. Shadow Rancors are roughly the same size as the base species, but have dark gray or even black skin and a hunger for destruction. Finally, the Undead Rancor was a massive Rancor mutated by the Blackwing virus during the Galactic Civil War. The Blackwing virus, an Imperial experiment on Dathomir, killed those exposed, but their corpses continued to shamble around, filled with nothing but rage and hate for the living. The virus broke containment and a Rancor was infected, turning it into a violently aggressive and hateful creature. Of course, while Rancors are massive creatures, they're nowhere near the largest in the galaxy. The best size scale I can give you is this.
Send out the Gorok.
Behind the scenes, the Rancor was created for Return of the Jedi and was described by its creators as a cross between a bear and a potato. George Lucas instructed the designers that the Rancor needed to be the best Godzilla-like monster to ever be created. Originally, the Rancor was, like Godzilla, going to be played by a person in a suit. George Lucas decided he didn't like the look of it. As a result, Industrial Light and Magic was instructed to try stop motion, but that didn't pan out, so ultimately the Rancor was a rod-operated puppet. The Rancor is one of the most easily recognizable creatures in Star Wars. The vibe of it just evokes Star Wars' unique half sci-fi, half fantasy feel, and that's what I love about it. I love how there are so many different varieties, each with their own little quirks and traits, and the fact that even the Jedi used Rancors as mounts at one point surprised me. So what do you think of Rancors? What subspecies is your favorite? Or are you more into the vanilla version? Let me know down in the comments. I want to give another shout out to Just Spencer36 for requesting this and also for being my first ever subscriber and for commenting on every single one of my videos. It's really, really appreciated. If you leave a comment, I'll pin it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video you just watched, hit that subscribe button, there's more on the way. Leave a comment and a like too, that really helps me out and I read and reply to every comment I receive. There's a video every Tuesday and Friday and shorts every Saturday and Sunday, so there's always something to watch. If you want to learn about the sharks that terrified me as a kid, the Firaxa, click here. Or click here for a video on every single neutral force power explained. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.